Good morning. I'm going to do what can I call this? Instead of calling it Celtic. You know how Haley said, oh, y'all probably didn't see Haley. Haley and our video came out Tuesday. Yeah, yesterday. We talked about using Celtic salt. She uses just one grain. And then I went and watched Sherry from Black Tropical because she did a video on Celtic salt and she uses just one. So I think I've been overdosing. I've been overdosing on Celtic salt. I just went like, this is what I was doing. So don't follow me for health tips. I was going like this and I was using that many. And they're like, Judy, you're only supposed to use one. I'm like, oh, Lord, I have been overdosing on Celtic salt. So you're only supposed to use one little, I don't know what you call the one little Celtic salt. So this would last you 500 years. Like you could pass this down to your kids. You could leave it in your will. Anyway. Okay, so good morning. Hope y'all are doing well. So I bought this sugar-free sinless syrup, water enhancer infused with vitamin B. And my favorite little flavor is peach. I bought it off Amazon. It says made with no artificial sweeteners, colors, flavors, or sweeteners. It's not made with anything. How the crap, what they do, squeeze peaches? So I don't know. It says 0 calories. I thought I would try it and tell y'all if it was terrible. Usually when nothing has any sweetener in it, it's disgusting. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. I have my vodka. Make great little mixed drink here with your, let's see. If you're just following me the first time, no, this is not vodka. I'm not an alcoholic. As a matter of fact, I drink 0. And it's water. I wonder, do I just put a splash? See if this tastes good. Okay. I'm going to take a sip and see if I need more of a splash. Do you know what it tastes like? You can tell there's no sugar in it. I think it needs a little bit more. You know those waters? I forgot the name of them. Hint. You know the water Hint? That's what my doctor told me to start drinking, is the water Hint. Hint. It's sort of expensive for water. Just saying. This is not like something you're going, oh my gosh, it's absolutely delicious. You're not doing that. Okay, let's just say that. It's kind of like when you go, oh God, I've got to drink this water instead of Coke Zero. It makes you think that. It doesn't go, oh my God, it's delicious. Run out to the store and buy it. It's not that kind of drink. It's kind of, it tastes just like Hint. And when my doctor told me to start drinking Hint, I went and bought some and I was like, this is so bleh. Like it's so bleh. But you can tell, like, when you drink this versus going to Sonic and getting a peach mango heavy water, you can tell that this is better for you than what you get at Sonic. Like Sonic should be a treat. This is probably something that you need to drink, because I can tell that this is like no sweetener. If you're trying to get away from artificial sweetener and all that stuff, run out, you can go to get this, but you're not like, it's not like quenching your thirst and you're like thinking this is the best drink ever. It just gives you a little bit of flavor. It's not like putting a Crystal Light in it. Again, it's just like drinking Hint. If you've never drank a Hint, go to the store and get you, next time you go, I don't know if they're in the convenience store. I'm sure they are in the water section, but they have like lemon flavor and peach flavor and raspberry flavor. And it is just a hint of flavor. It's not like overwhelming. It's literally, that's why I think they call it hint, because it's just a touch. That's what that tastes like. So if you need a little bit of flavor, I am trying to get someone, I think it was someone over here told me about, there's a group on Facebook. I think it's a page that she comes up with water ideas, how to drink your water. I haven't researched it yet, but I'm trying to get more creative because I feel like giving up. Today is 3 weeks sober of Coke Zero. No, it's 4 weeks. Is it 4 weeks? Now I've lost count. It's either 3 or 4 weeks that I have not had one, even I haven't had a soda, period. And I am a fanatic for the Sunkist peach. Okay. I have not even had one of those. I've had 0 carbonated drinks in 3 or 4 weeks. I'm sorry that I've lost count, but I have. I feel better? I do. As a matter of fact, this weekend, Shane and I went out to eat. And a couple of times I've had unsweet tea with Splenda just because I wanted something different. That was stupid. And it's stupid because this is too much information, but I have overactive bladder, something serious. Like I have to go to the doctor. I am on medication for it. It's like terrible. And so I'm putting my hair in a ponytail because it's going to be hot today. So I drank that Splenda tea. And you know how many times I got up to go to the bathroom that night? Like 4 times. I got no sleep. It kept getting interrupted. And I said, Shane, this is the last time I'm drinking tea. I am never doing this again. He's like, you said that last time, Judy. I'm like, I'm not doing it. It's terrible. Now, Coke Zero does not do that for me. It's only tea aggravates the crap out of my bladder. I just can't drink it. And the reason I gave up Coke Zero, I'm going to talk about this. Like, when you're a creator, people worry about you, and like there was several people that worried about me drinking Coke Zero. I don't know why. And at first I was like, dude, it's Coke Zero. It ain't like I'm over here, an alcoholic and drinking beers every night at 5:00. Like, it's literally a Coke Zero. But people were really concerned about me drinking Coke Zero. And I would sit and chuckle and laugh over it. I'm like, this is the silliest thing. I'm like, really? People are that worried about me drinking Coke Zero? And I really just stopped drinking it because how I say opinions don't matter because you get 400 opinions. I guess I shouldn't say it all, but I care what you think. I do. So when I say opinions doesn't matter, it doesn't mean that I don't care what you think, because I know you love me and I know that you're looking at the longevity of my life and you want me to be healthy. And I'm smart enough to know Coke Zero, water, which one is the better choice? Obviously water. So like I did it because of several reasons. I did it for discipline is the main reason. I did it. And the fact that people were concerned about me drinking Coke Zeros. I mean, when you're in the public eye, people have their eye on you. And sometimes when you do things, people mock you. People want to be like you or whatever. And so I know that I need to watch what I say. I need to watch what I do because I have 100,000 eyes on me at all times when I'm live, when I'm on social media. And when you're a creator, sometimes, oh, I'm not getting ready. Sometimes as a creator, you forget that there's 100,000 people watching you or have the opportunity to watch you, and you forget. And because I'm a creator doesn't mean that I'm perfect. I am jacked up just like everyone else. Like, it ain't like my life is full of smiles and good times all the time. It's not. I am no different from anybody else that struggles from something else. As a matter of fact, this morning, as in here in Alabama, the heat index has been like over 100. Like, I'm pouring sweat. I go out there to do my morning chores and I'm drenched at 8 o'clock in the morning, like drenched. And a couple of times, I don't know, like Kayla will say, how are you wearing pants? Like, Judy, it's hot as fire out here. And I wear, like, when Kayla gets to be 50 and has cellulite on her legs, she'll get it. But she's a youngster. She's still a young little chicken. And I'm getting to be an old chicken. And I am self-conscious about my legs. I'm because I do have cellulite. I've had 2 kids. I've been skinny fat. So I have loose skin and my legs are white. Like, I have little farmer's tan, because I wear sleeveless shirts because I'm hot. And so today I was like, okay, I'm going to wear shorts. And this happened minutes before I hit the live button. Okay. And I go in my short drawer to get my shorts out. And it's the first time I've worn my shorts this summer because I don't wear shorts. Guess what? Not one pair of shorts fit me besides these little elastic shorts that I have on now. Oh, that sent me for a total tailspin. So everything that I had planned on talking about today went straight out the door, and I went to, I can't do this. I cannot go live because I'm jacked up. Like, I can't do this. What am I going to do? I've got all these people that's going to be waiting on me in the chat room, and I'm over here janked up because my shorts don't fit me. Like, this ain't good. And I'm like, really, Judy? But I'm going to tell you, I cannot believe I'm almost out of this. I'm going to tell you this. I know that all 112 of you that are watching me right now, you get me. Because you've been in your closet to put on something and it hadn't fit you. And then it gets you all janked up and you don't want to go to work. Me too. See, I mean, I'm just like you. I'm no different. And I thought in my head, okay, I wear overalls all the time. I don't know how many overalls I have, but I've got a gazillion overalls. I have every single one of Duluth's. I have Carhartt. I have Liberty overalls. I have just the Amazon off-brand kind of overalls. Like, I have a lot of, well, when you wear overalls, nothing is around your waist, right? Like, nothing is tight. It's all loose. And overalls kind of fit big. So you kind of look like you're bigger than you are when you wear overalls because they're not fitted. Okay. So when you wear clothes that are not fitted all the time, you don't realize the weight you're putting on. Because, I mean, you kind of know, but you don't know because nothing's tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you wore blue, it's kind of like wearing scrubs. You know how scrubs are kind of big and bulky, and you could put on several extra pounds and your scrubs don't get tight. Same thing with overalls. And so you just don't notice it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I tried to put on like 6 pairs of shorts and they didn't even get over my hips. Like I couldn't even get them over my hips. I'm like, "Oh, this is terrible." And I'm like, "Here we go." You know, it's TikTok. So I don't know if y'all do TikTok, but they do this little thing. Here we go. We go. You know, like I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about. You probably don't, but I'm just like, here we go. Here we go, Judy. Okay, now none of your dadgum shorts fit. What are you gonna do? And I was thinking in my head, what am I gonna do? None of the shorts fit. Do I just continue to wear overalls and burn up all summer long because I can't wear shorts? Or do I just go and buy probably 2 size bigger shorts because I can't even get over my hips? Do I just go buy bigger shorts? Or do I get serious about trying to eat right and being healthy? Am I, like all these things go through your mind. And when you're trying to reach a goal, we want it now. Don't tell me I'm just the trigger, because I know we're all triggers when it comes to like, I need it now. Like not months from now, I need it now. And it's the same thing if you are wanting to be a creator. Let's just say I got a message from one of my friends that has a big following on Facebook, but she doesn't have a big following on YouTube. And so she's been trying to create her YouTube and she wants it now. like she wants it now. And it's like, it don't happen like that. When you are a creator, it takes a long, long time to build a following. And most people do not have the patience or time to be a creator because they're like, I need it now. I need it right now. I need 100,000 people to go follow me today, you know, and it doesn't happen like that. As a matter of fact, if you are a creator and you're watching me and you're a small channel, it doesn't happen overnight. And sometimes we think it's the same thing with losing weight. I'm trying to show you some similarities about how we are in life. But you want to lose weight. I need it now. I need to go get that shot. I need the magic pill because I need to lose the weight. Same thing with creator. I need people to follow me. I need to learn how to pay for my farm. And if people, whatever, like you want it now. We are human. We as human beings, we don't want to work for it. We want a quick fix on everything, even with depression and sadness. Okay. You're like, you go to the doctor, you go to counseling. Okay. You go to counseling for couple of weeks and you're like, I'm not getting any better. There's no sense in going. You're like, I'm just spending $30 on my copay and I'm still jacked up. Like it's not getting better and I can't do this. And it takes time. It takes time for counseling to work. And it's not a quick fix. And even when you're depressed and you're like, I just need to go get on some type of medication because like I can't swing this. I'm depressed. Guess what? There's no magic pill with depression and sadness and anxiety. There is literally zero pill that you can take that's the magic pill that makes you feel great and wonderful every single day. No, it does not exist. So it does not exist in anything that you do. It does not exist having a quick fix. And I'm going to tell you this. When there is a quick fix, Okay. Like, for example, let's talk about the social media first. Okay. Overnight, Jason and Brooke from Cog Hill Farm came, I think it was last April, not this past April, but the April before. And Jacqueline Head is a friend of mine, and she's the one who said, Judy, you need to get away from Facebook and you need to do YouTube. And I was like, I don't know how to edit no video. Like, I don't know how to do any of that. Facebook was my little baby. Like, that's all I knew. And so I decided, okay, I'll take you up on it and I'll try something new, because I'm all about getting out of my comfort zone because I know it helps me grow. So Jacqueline and Jason came to my house. They were like, because all I had was this. They were like, Judy, you can't edit a video on a phone. I'm like, but a computer's like $3,000 or $4,000. I don't have the money to buy a computer. They're like, okay, well, you keep on trying to edit from your phone and let's see how janked up that gets. And this is what I would have to do. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, well, she's going too fast. Oh, hello, Ellie. So Jason and Brooke came to my farm and they filmed, and immediately overnight I had 13,000 new subscribers. And you're like, oh, I got the quick pill. I swallowed the quick pill and bam, I have 13,000 subscribers. Okay. There is no such thing as a quick fix. It does not matter that you have 13,000 subscribers, because if you don't build a relationship with them, they're not watching your content. And the second you start editing from your phone and nothing works right, then they're going to chew you out and go, your music's too loud. Your pictures are not clear. And then they leave you. There's no quick fix for being a creator. There's no quick fix for losing weight. There's no quick fix for depression and anxiety and all the things that come along with it. There's no quick for anything. And if is a quick, it doesn't last. You have to put in the hard work, which is the reason why I quit drinking Coke Zeros and drinking water, because it's discipline. I have to start somewhere, right? I've got to start disciplining myself. It's the same thing with my morning routine. There was a time in my life, okay, where I could not get up in the mornings. I slept in. Like, I would get up and get my kids off to school, and then I got back in the bed and stayed in the bed to about 30 minutes before my kids would get off the bus. I did that every single day. And when I met Shane, and then I would go to bed at 6 o'clock. Okay. When I met Shane, I knew that I had some type of problem with being tired and sleeping in. Like, I knew that something was not right. Like, but the way I handle depression is I sleep through it. So when I get myself all out of balance, the only way I know how to cope with it is to go to sleep. Like, just go to sleep. And so in the past, when I fought that depression, I couldn't stay awake. I would literally sleep all the time. And when I was in the work field, obviously you're forced to get up when you have to be at work at 8 o'clock. So I could force myself to do that. But when I took care of Larry is when all that changed and I stayed home. And so I had no reason to get up. I didn't have a job to go to. All I had to do is get up and get my kids ready for school, and I can do whatever the heck I want because I stay at home and I don't work and I don't have to clock in at 8 o'clock. So I found myself sleeping all the time. And I can remember going, okay, I've got to get up. I've got to get up. And I could not force myself to get up and get in a routine until I met Shane. And when Shane and I got married, I knew it was embarrassing to me to stay in the bed. When I met Shane, I wanted to be on my best behavior. I was like, he can't see that I have problems with depression. He can't, like, I gotta be good. I gotta be good. And I was going to the doctor like 3 times a week trying to go, okay, help me. I got to be good. I don't want my marriage to be bad. I can't stay in the bed all day. I've got to get up. I've got to make this work. And Shane is the type of person that gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm nothing like that, right? Like, I'm like, 5 o'clock, how about 9? 9 o'clock was early to me. And so when I knew that I wanted to make my marriage work, I knew that it would be best for me to get on his routine, because in my previous marriage, we were not on the same routine. I went to bed early, he stayed up late, and it caused a lot of dysfunction in my marriage, because what would happen is I would go to bed at 6 o'clock. He stayed up to 3 o'clock in the morning and had to get up and go to work the next day, and it didn't bother him, but it caused him to be lonely because I was always in the bed. So then when some cute little cheeky mama tells him how great and wonderful and how fine he is, then he slips off and starts talking to someone else because his wife is in the bed 24/7. So I knew when I married Shane that we needed to be on the same routine. And me trying to get Shane to do my routine was not going to work because Shane needed to go to work. So I was forcing myself to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Remember that I told you when I started drinking this water that it takes 21 days to make a habit? I was forcing myself to get up at 5 o'clock with him. Well, this is what I would do. And Larry was still living with us. But what I would do is I'd get up to try to be a rock star wife because I didn't want Shane to know that I had any kind of problems. So I forced myself to get up. And as soon as he walked out the door, I went and got back in the bed. Like, I would get up, be a rock star wife, make his lunch, and go back to bed. And then I would not get up till like 10 o'clock. And 10 o'clock was early for me. Like, I was doing good, right? I'm like doing really good. And so anyway, it was depressing me that I couldn't stay up. It was and I was looking for the quick fix, Oh, I just need to adjust my medication. If I could adjust my medication, I could get up and stay up and have energy, and I'll be okay if I could just get that magic pill. And I'll tell you, they were adjusting my medicine, trying to get me energy to get up, and ain't nothing working. It was just making me tighter. Depression medicine has got serious side effects. Okay. They do. And most of the side effects is weight gain and sleep, like you're tired. Those are the most of the side effects from a antidepressant or something like that. So there was no magic pill to make me better. You know what made me better? What made me better is moving to Coleman. Because when we moved to Coleman and got chickens, Shane was getting up doing the chickens every morning, and I slept in. Like, he would get up. I would get up with him. I would fix his lunch, and then I would go back to bed, and Shane would go out there and do the chickens before he went to work. Well, it got to the point where when I would get up and go out there to see what he did, I was getting pissed off because I was like, he didn't even give him enough feed, or there's green in the water containers. Why didn't he scrub the water container before he refilled it up, you jackleg? Why are you doing this? You don't even know how to take care of chickens. Like, I started doing that. So then it was forcing me to get up. And I said to him, I said, I don't want you to do I didn't say, jackleg, you don't know how to do the chickens. I just said, I need to get up and do the chickens because he doesn't know what he's doing. And those are my chickens. So it forced me I would get up, do his lunch, and then go do chickens. And after 21 days, I got in a habit of getting my butt up out of the bed and staying up. And now, 5 years later, I'm on a routine. And routine is so important. If you're this person that has trouble getting up, going to work during the week, let's just say. And then what happens is, Friday comes, you stay up late and you don't have to get up and go to work on Saturday, so you sleep in. You're setting yourself up for failure. I'm here to tell you right now, you're setting yourself up for failure because what am I doing? What's going to happen is you're going to knock yourself out of routine. And then Monday morning's going to come and you can't get your butt out of the bed because you've been sleeping all weekend. If you would force yourself in a routine, you'll be surprised at what you can do. I never in my entire life thought that I would ever in my life be a morning person. Ever. I'm not a night person and I'm not a morning person. I'm a sleeping person. Okay. I never thought that I could do this. And look at me today. So, what I'm just trying to tell you is there's no quick fix for anything. It's called hard work. So, when I got up this morning and I tried on my shorts and none of the shorts fits besides the ones that I have on. I thought, Judy, what the heck? Here I go again. Skinny fat, looking for the magic pill on the phone, calling, hey, how much is your shot? If I could just get skinny, then I could maintain it. If I could just get skinny. You are freaking lying to yourself. If you are Judy and are telling yourself, if I could just take the shot for 6 weeks, then I can maintain it. No, you can't. I'm here to tell you right now that you are a big fat lie to yourself. No, you can't. It's called discipline. And I ain't got it and you ain't got it. Just saying. But how do we fix it? We start with the little things, okay? Little things, making one minor adjustment in your daily routine. What is it going to take for me to be a morning person to get my butt out of the bed? What's it going to take? I'm going to tell you that you have got to find something that you absolutely love in the morning. Example, I've never been a coffee drinker. I'm not even getting ready. I've never been a coffee drinker. Never. Now that I'm a morning person, I've learned I will jump up out of the bed to drink a cup of coffee. If I wake up at 4:00 in the morning and I'm like, oh, cup of coffee sounds so good right now, I will jump out of that flipping bed in a second for a cup of coffee. Just saying. I will. And my dad's texting me. You've got to find something that you love. If you're trying to change something, you got to find a reason to like what you're doing. For example, drinking water. You have got to find a drink that you absolutely love in order to give up Coke Zero, because the discipline sometimes is not there. Like you're just not strong enough to give up the freaking Coke Zeros. Okay. I do not crave this water unless I am sweating, burning up, and then I want a water. Drinking this little bit of peach is a little bit of flavor, but it's not like I'm craving it. But I have learned to crave the Sonic drinks, the hack that I told you about with the Sonic drinks. I do crave that. So you have to find something that you do love that's healthy. Like, for example, I have gotten, let's see, I don't know when this started. When we go out to eat, say you go to a steakhouse. Steak, baked potato, salad. Everyone is steak, baked potato, salad. Well, when I was on Weight Watchers, I had to go steak, broccoli, salad. And I was like, broccoli, loaded baked potato. You know what I'm saying? Broccoli, loaded baked potato. Like, really? It's kind of like ranch, what is that? vinaigrette. Ranch has tons more calories than a vinaigrette. I cannot make myself like the vinaigrette. I will the vinaigrette I do like. So I don't think it's disgusting. It just it's not ranch or Thousand Island, it's just not like and when I started going when I was on Weight Watchers, I would choose steak, and I would always get the filet mignon because it has less fat. Filet mignon, broccoli, salad. And I got in the routine of substituting the broccoli for the baked potato. To this day, I do that because I've gotten to the point where broccoli tastes so good to me, especially Logan's broccoli. Oh my gosh, it tastes so much better than a baked potato to me. I've gotten to the point where I won't even eat a baked potato, which is weird for me because prior to this, I was so about a baked potato, butter, sour cream, cheese, bacon, bacon bits, scallions, like the whole works. But I forced myself for 21 days to get the flipping broccoli and hate it. And then I learned to start craving it. So if you force yourself, it's only 21 days, y'all. It's 21 days. It's not that difficult. Okay. It's not. But I realized in my head where I am getting off balance with my weight is because it's almost as if I'm an alcoholic when it comes to food. I don't know what you call it, sugarholic, baby. Like I can't if I'm on a diet and I have a cheat day. Oh, I'm going ballistic. I am eating every single thing that I want to eat that day, and I'm gorging myself like with ice cream and chocolate chip cookies and cupcakes, and I am going to train wreck that day instead of having the discipline and going, okay, I'm going to have a cheat day, meaning I'm going to have one bowl of ice cream. I can't do it, y'all. I am it's just as if I said to because the other day I was thinking about the Coke Zeros, and I was like, okay, I am going to drink one Coke Zero. Now that I'm disciplined and I'm drinking my water, I'm going to drink one Coke. And I thought, Judy, if you drink one, you're falling off the wagon. And I will. Because I'll turn into drinking one to drinking two, not caring, and drinking full-fledged in the mornings, drinking my protein shakes again instead of having my hard liquor. I don't have the discipline. And some of you may have the discipline to go, okay, I'm going to have a cheat day, and I'm just going to eat what I want. And your eat what you want is probably totally different from Judy eating what she wants, because Judy is going crazy. I'm eating everything in sight. And that's why I'm in the shape I'm in right now and can't fit in my shorts, is because the discipline with eating is not there. It's either overeat, not eat at all. I talked about the word dialect with y'all when it comes to I hate his gut, he's the best husband in the world. Like there's some type of he's not the best husband in the world, and he's not the worst. He's somewhere in the middle. It's the same thing with me with eating. I either overeat or I don't eat at all. I need to come somewhere in the middle. And I am struggling coming somewhere. I want to starve myself or I'm going to overeat because I don't have the discipline to make good decisions. Like if I'm sitting in, y'all might get me on this. If I'm sitting in the Olive Garden and there is 6 breadsticks in front of me and there's no one in that restaurant but me, I'm cramming 6 breadsticks down my throat. And I'm like, I could eat baskets of breadsticks from Olive Garden. There's no way I could sit and have one breadstick. So you remember when I said there's no way I will be a morning person and get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. There's no way. And here I am just shining. I'm up at 5 a.m. every single morning, even on Saturday and Sundays. It's the same thing with that breadstick. I say, there's no way, and hello, Katootie, that I can sit there and just eat one breadstick. There's no way. But yes, there is. If you get disciplined, you can allow yourself a breadstick and stop. But how do you do that? I don't know if we need to, maybe we do this. Maybe we meet at Olive Garden every day for 21 days and go, okay, dude, we're eating one breadsticks and we're walking out. For 21 days, we're eating one breadstick and we walking out the door. Well, that's what we have to do to control ourselves so that it takes 21 days to make a habit. And I need to come to Olive Garden for 21 days and eat that one freaking breadstick and walk out the door. I don't know what is it going to take for us to be disciplined. I think, again, we're all looking for the magic pill. If you're a creator, you're wanting to be a big dog right off the bat. Well, guess what? You got to freaking work for it. You can be given 13,000 new followers overnight, and it don't mean a hill of beans, because I could sit here with 13,000 subscribers and have 500 views, and it don't mean a hill of beans. It's called building a relationship. So it's not a quick fix. You can't go, oh, maybe if I, because this is what creators do. I'll just let you know. There's a guy here, local, that started a YouTube channel. I've never met him a day in my life. And he is begging me to go. He wants to come to my farm and me and him do a video together. And this is what I want you to relate to me with whatever you struggle with, whether it be eating, whether it be addiction, whether it be whatever you're wanting a quick fix for, whether it's I need a pill to stop my depression, whatever, relate to me. But he wants to come here and he wants to film with me. First of all, it makes me laugh that someone thinks that I'm a big channel and would want to film with me. It makes me laugh because I'm like, dude, I only have like 20-something thousand subscribers. Like, I'm not a big channel. I'm a small channel, and it's because I'm comparing myself to big channels like Arms Family Farm and Cog Hill Farm and I'm a Survivor and Longhorn Lester, and they have a ton of followers. And then there's Peon Judy over here with 20,000, subscribers on YouTube. So I consider myself a small channel. But to other people, they think I'm a big channel, which cracks me up. But he wants to film with me. And I've been in his shoes. I've been in his shoes where you're like, ooh, hey, if I film with such and such, it'll get me some followers. There ain't no quick fix, chicky mama, chicky daddy. I'm telling you right now, I can't make your page grow. I mean, maybe if I said today, okay, y'all, everyone that's on Facebook, hang on, let me go to it. We're going to test the system. Hang on just a minute. Let me pull it up. Okay. This will prove to you. All right, hang on. Let me put my Meemaw glasses on. Y'all bear with me just a minute. Okay. This creator has 1,500 followers. So I know a lot of my viewers are from Facebook. So right now, this is the creator. Sneeze Farmhouse Backup Dancers. Okay. I need every one of you on Facebook right now to go to Sneed's Farmhouse Backup Dancers and follow Kayla. Okay? Me, Kayla works for me. Kayla has her own page. So I need all you Facebook people to go follow Kayla on Facebook. Okay. And let's see how that works out. And if Kayla doesn't build a relationship, it don't matter if 10,000 people go follow her. It doesn't matter. Everybody wants a quick fix, and there's no such thing as a quick fix. There's no such thing as you become famous overnight. There's no such thing. You have to put the hard work into it. You see how all of these things all these topics that I'm talking about are all the same? Losing weight, making good decisions is hard work. Being a creator is hard work. It's having discipline. All of it is discipline. That's all it is. But what is it going to take for you to have the discipline? And it's like small, it's like it's small baby steps to get to discipline, which is why I'm drinking water. My phone is blowing up. It's why I'm drinking water, because it's a start. Making one small change in your life helps you create discipline. Once you get disciplined with drinking water and you've gone your 21 days and you're like, okay, I'm there. I've given up Coke Zeros. I don't even think about it when I go order places now or go places. It's automatic reaction to go water with lemon. It's automatic. But I think I've realized, now this is for myself. I can't speak for you, but I know in my brain that right now I am not strong enough to consider having a cheat day. I'm not strong enough to go, okay, today I'm going to cheat and I'm going to have a Coke Zero. I don't think I'm strong enough. I think that I would drink one Coke Zero and then crave them, and it would take me forever to get the craving out of my head. It's the same. Do you see how it's the same with someone that's an addict? They get sober. And I have seen this so many times, okay? Y'all know that I have addiction in my family. And I have watched this with so many family members that struggle. I have seen this over and over and over. They sit in rehab and they're like, I got to quit smoking pot. Pot leads me, or they'll say, I cannot have a beer and I cannot smoke pot when they're in rehab. Pot is my drug. That's my drug of choice, is pot. It leads me to bad places. And in rehab, they're strong as ox. I am gonna do this. I am not doing drugs. It's ruined my life, and I'm not doing it. I've said the same thing in my life. Because when you're in the recovery mode, you're like, and then you get off your drug, just like I get off my Coke Zero kick. I'm not doing it again. I will never be addicted to Coke Zero again. And then you get out of rehab and you go, well, I'm just going to smoke pot every now and then. Because in rehab, pot is a drug. Pot is a drug when you're in rehab. Okay. When you get out of rehab, you convince yourself that you can smoke pot and that's it. I've seen it so many times. It's like, in rehab, well, pot leads me to heroin, let's just say, or pot leads me to meth, or drinking leads me to wanting to do drugs. When I drink and then get drunk, it leads me to doing drugs. So I cannot drink. Then when you get out of rehab, okay, I'm just going to drink. And you're like, oh the God. I mean, this is like a freaking broken record. I mean, this is a broken record. Because then when you get out of rehab, it is not a drug. Pot is not a drug. Well, dude, Chicky Mama, when you were in rehab and you were going through rehab, pot was a drug. And then you get out of rehab and pot is not a drug. It's better than the medicine you take. Oh, okay. Well, do I need to record what you said in rehab and what made you get to, you know what I'm saying? But I'm no better than that person. Sugar and Coke Zero are my drug. I am no different from that person that is an addict. Because when I'm in the moment, Coke Zero makes me swell. Coke Zero, I just don't feel good on it. And then I get it when I'm in rehab. Okay, so water's a better choice. Water's a better choice. And then bam, as soon as I take one sip of a Coke Zero, I'm right back where I started from. It's the same thing with eating. That's why I say everyone's welcome to my farm, because I'm an addict just like a drug addict. My drug of choice is sugar. I cannot control myself, which caused me to go from overeating, not eating at all, because I have no control when it comes to sugar. When I put a little bit of sugar in my mouth, I become a freaking maniac. If I can feel sometimes that I'm craving sugar and I'm like this. And I think, oh, my blood sugar's low. I just need some sugar. I'm shaking. Just need some sugar. And you go you're like, I'm just going to go make some homemade chocolate chip cookies. Shane loves those. I will sit, and I am not joking. I will sit and scoop the cookie dough out and eat it by the spoonfuls while I'm making the cookies. And I make myself so sick eating raw cookie dough that when the cookies finally get done, I'm like vomiting. Because I can't even eat one of the chocolate chip cookies that are baked because I've gorged myself with the cookie dough. That's why I can't make cookies. If I do, I'm sick. I can't imagine being able to make cookies and not eat the cookie dough. I don't know how to do it right now. So therefore, I just don't do it at all because I have no self-control. But that's where we need to practice. That's where we need to take the baby step on whatever your drug of choice is. I don't know what it is, but we need to practice doing that. So like I need to practice going, okay, okay, Judy, this is the deal. You're going to go in there and you're going to bake cookies for your neighbor, and you ain't eating one bite of that cookie dough. You're going to have discipline. If I tell myself that, I can do it. But I'm going to tell you right now, my mouth is just watering. My mouth is like one leg. One leg. My mouth is sitting there like literally my saliva is just like, because I'm sitting there craving the cookie dough. But I feel like with discipline, whatever you're struggling with, whatever your drug of choice is, I feel like if you take it in a baby step, maybe we'll get there. Like I cold turkey quit Coke Zeros. I didn't take baby steps. I didn't do it. I just got a cold turkey come off of it. Same thing with sugar. I have to make up in my head. I have to go, okay, little sugar addict, little sugar mama, you can't fit in your shorts. And you can't starve yourself. You're going to end up in rehab on dialysis, because I've been there. I told you guys, if you're following me for the first time, there was a time in my life where I was in a starvation mode and I made my blood toxic. And Judy was I had about 15 seizures before they realized, because I never have said out loud that I had an eating disorder. So I made my blood toxic because I was not putting any food in my mouth but maybe one cracker a day. And I caused myself to go toxic and I had to go on dialysis. That's, you have a serious problem when you've done that. And when I'm in rehab, I'm like, oh, I am going to get this under control. I'm going to get this under control. I am not starving myself anymore. I will eat I've learned my lesson. Just like that drug addict. I've learned my lesson this time. I can do it this time. And people on the sidelines are like, when's she gonna hit rock bottom? When's she gonna hit? Maybe if she goes to jail, she'll hit rock bottom. No, no, not necessarily. Same thing with me. I can go on dialysis and then years later, I forget what dialysis feels like when they stick that freaking catheter in you and you're to give you dialysis. That was the worst pain I've ever been in my life. And I don't know if that's how they do people that have kidney disease or if that was just an emergency for me. I'm not sure, but they stuck a needle right in my groin and did dialysis. I was on this machine. Now, I will say that was my rock bottom for starving myself. I've never starved myself since. But see, now I'm the opposite way. And I am not starving myself. Like I sit here and this is my brain. I don't know if you get me, but this is my brain. Okay, I woke up because in the mornings, you kind of feel skinny in the mornings. You know what I'm saying? Because you have no food in your system. You're like, oh, I'm not too fat. I feel skinny. Like, I'm good. I'll just eat in moderation today. It'll be fine. I'm not going to go overboard and sit here and try to take myself off sugar or anything like that. I'm going to do it in moderation today. And then the first meal of the day, you done blew it. Instead of eating, like if you look on the back of a cereal box, let's just say, and you look at a serving size, like the serving size, like frosted mini wheats, the serving size is 21 little squares. Well, I'm not about to sit here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, but when I was on Weight Watchers, I literally counted those squares. I put 21 in my cereal bowl and I measured out the milk. But then you're like, well, I don't want to be obsessed. So I'm just going to stick some in here. And then you find the serving size in your bowl of cereal is literally equivalent to like 3 serving size because your bowl of cereal goes all the way to the top. Because you're like, there's no way that literally 21 squares of frosted mini wheats is going to satisfy me. But if you look at the serving size and think, like say you fill your bowl up with Raisin Bran, okay? You fill it to the top. And then you stop yourself and go, maybe I should measure this. And then you're like, dude, you have 4 serving sizes in your dadgum cereal bowl. And you can't figure out why you can't fit your shorts? Like, really? You got to think. And I don't always think because I'm in a hurry. But I got to figure this out. And I'm going to tell you, Joker, something. I can't figure it out. I don't have the answer. If I did, I would write a book and become a millionaire. If I had the quick fix to weight loss or being the best version of yourself, or if I had the answer, I'd write a book and then give up everything and just go do signatures in bookstores. What is it called? Book viewings? I don't know. Anyway, book signing. I just go around to all these bookstores all over the world and sign my book and become a millionaire. But I don't know the answer. I'm talking it out loud because I know you struggle just like me. And I don't know. And I think the answer is different from each individual. I think what works for me is not going to work for Mary. What works for Mary is not going to work for me. I think we have to figure it out ourselves. I think it starts with, you know how in AA, um, the first thing to recovery is admitting you have a problem. I think that's the first step in recovery. I think that that's said for a reason. You got to figure out what do you have a problem with? What takes you over the limit? What makes you pour the cereal all the way to the top? Like, what is it that causes that? I know for me, when it comes to cereal, I know this it's automatic just to fill the freaking bowl to the top because I'm thinking in my head, I'm going to be out in the sun all day. I have a field trip today. I got to have energy. I got to fuel this body. So I am fixing to eat a big old fat bowl of oatmeal or whatever I'm going to do. I have found that when I slow down, I'm able to make better decisions. I do know that. And I know that if I did a serving size, let's just say, in my cereal bowl, it actually does satisfy me when I eat slow. But when I'm in a hurry, I can scarf down the whole freaking bowl of Raisin Bran this big, and I don't think nothing of it because I'm just because I'm in a hurry because I've got a tour, So like, I know that when I slow down and eat and take a sip and talk to the person at the table and slow down my eating, I notice that I get full. I said it wrong. I notice when I slow down and I use food for fuel versus food. Jeez, I can't tell. When I slow down and use food for fuel versus food for taste, I realize that I can eat less and I'm satisfied. But I don't know that when I'm in the midst of, oh my God, these breadsticks. And I've scarfed down the whole basket of breadsticks because I'm shoving them in my mouth because they taste so good. But when I slow down and say, I'm gonna make this breadstick last the whole entire supper, I've noticed that I'm satisfied with one breadstick. But what is it? Texas Roadhouse has honey butter. I think it's called honey butter. I could dip those daggum breadsticks and I could get a gallon of that honey butter and put it on hot bread and eat the fire out of it. Oh my gosh. I guess bread is my weakness too. I've never really thought about it. Now, when it comes to that bread at Longhorns, that brown bread, I guess you call it wheat bread. I don't slurp it up like I do like a roll or cornbread. I'm not going to sit there and gorge myself. A biscuit, I don't gorge. I don't really like biscuit. I'll eat a biscuit, but I would rather have a piece of toast. But I think I'm going to wrap this up because I know I'm getting long-winded. I think what we have to do, and y'all, I'm not trying to be Miss Know-It-All, but I think we have to figure out, what do we struggle with? Even if it has nothing to do with food, like you struggle with being in people's business and you're getting robbed of your happiness because you keep going in someone else's lane. Like, recognize what you struggle with. Like, maybe you have relationship problems and you need to figure out that, I don't know, what is your ownership in the relationship problem? Like, what do you struggle with? Like, taking things too serious, or do you, I don't know, just don't like your husband or your wife? Like, what is it? What is it? What are you struggling with? I think it's admitting our faults, and then whatever we can't control ourselves with, whether it's like I said, fixing cookies and we get out of control, I think that's where we have to start. We have to learn to discipline ourselves in what we struggle with. I think that's the key to success and being the better version of yourself. Because I know with balance, like right now, I feel like my weight is off balance. I'm not the best version of Judy. I'm not when it comes to my thought process, when it comes to um, uh, the way I feel. I don't feel good. I don't. I'm sluggish. I've put on weight. I just don't feel good. It's not the best version of myself. And I know that this is something that I need to work on. And what is it going to take for us to get there? And I just feel like it's going to be baby steps. I don't feel like we all need to run to Weight Watchers and get on Weight Watchers and start counting our uh, mini wheats to 21 in a bowl. I don't feel like we need to do that because I feel like that's the magic pill we're looking for. There's no magic pill. Like there's not. We have to make good decisions. And that's what makes us the best version of ourselves. So today is Wednesday. It's hump day. You can sit it out or you can dance. Sitting it out is ignoring your struggles. That's sitting out, judging other people. Oh, I would never do drugs. Mm-mm. They're nasty. Mm-mm. No, you're an addict too, honey. We all are. We're all addicted to something. And we make the excuse in our head, oh, I will never be like them. That's sitting it out. That is being judgmental, and that is not facing your own struggles. That's thinking you're better than them. That's sitting out. To dance is admitting your faults, staying in your own lane, figuring out your struggles and how you're going to get to where you are today. That's what I call dancing, is being the best version of yourself. And it's something we're never going to be perfect. It's something that we have to constantly work at. There's no magic pill. So I hope you dance. I'll see y'all this week. Bye.